systems. Okay. So on chapter 10, it's all about application layer. The application layer is the most most interactive layer to the um, humans. Or, yes, the humans. And the application layer is the closest to the end user, which is humans. It composes of domain name system, hypertext transfer protocol, simple mail transfer protocol, post office protocol, dynamic host configuration protocol, file transfer protocol, and internet message access protocol. And the upper three layers of OSI model have, as we can see, if we compare the OSI model and TCP/IP model, we can see at the OSI model that the application on the TCP/IP model was divided into three: the application, presentation, and sessions. And next, um, presentation and session. Presentation, it's more on a quick time motion picture experts group or MPEG, graphics interchange format or GIF, joint photographic expert group or JPEG, and portable network graphics or PNG. So as we can see, presentation networks is mostly what are we able to see it. For example, we open a picture. The application is as the it's a presentation. If we see a picture or a GIF, okay, as shown the figure, the presentation layer formats, application layer, it's a standard for file formats, and okay, for the session layer, as the name implies, function at the session layer create and maintain dialogues between source and destination applications. The session layer handles the exchange of information to initiate dialogues, keep them active, and restart sessions that are disrupted for idle for too long. So, next, the TCP/IP application layer is the DNS domain name system, Bootstrap, uh, or BootP, and DHCP dynamic host configuration protocol, and SMTP simple mail transfer protocol, and POP or post office protocol or IMAP internet message access protocol, and FTP file transfer protocol, and TFTP trivial file transfer protocol, and these two are HTTP and HTTPS. HTTP is also the same on HTTPS, but the thing is, HTTPS is more secured than HTTP. The browser uses encryption to secure HTTP communication, while on this, it's just a set of rules. Okay. Client-server model. In client-server model, the device requests information called as client, and the device responding to the request is called a server. For this, we can see that this is the server. This is the server, and this is the devices, and these are the devices. The resources are stored on the server. These are the resource on the server. And the client is a hardware-software combination that people use uh, directly to gather information from a server or anything. Next, a device can download a resources that's stored from a server, and also they can upload their for example their files to the server to uh, and make the storage what's called their storage, the server their storage. Okay, next. Okay, peer-to-peer network. In P2P networking model, the data accessed from a peer device without the use of dedicated server. The P2P network model involves two parts P2P networks and P2P applications. So in order to build an P2P networking model, um, I mean, yeah, networking model, you need to have a two-part, which is the networks, P2P networks and P2P applications. The P2P network, two or more computers are connected. Two or more computers are connected by a network and can share resources. So through a switch, they can both share resources to each other. Then, then a simple example of P2P networking is shown in the figure. In addition to sharing files in networks such as this one would allow the user to enable network games. As we can see, there are connected to each other through this, and they are connected also to a printer. So on this, they are able to establish a peer-to-peer networking connection. Okay, peer-to-peer applications. Peer-to-peer application is as a client or server can receive and send a message. So texting or instant message is one of example of peer-to-peer applications. Next, common P2P applications or networks include eDonkey, G2, BitTorrent, and Bitcoin. Some P2P, okay, Gnutella supports P2P application. I will read it. Where's the Gnutella? Gnutella compatible client software allows users to connect to Gnutella services over the internet and to locate and access resources shared by other Gnutella peers. Many Gnutella clients applications are available including GTK, Gnutella, Wireshare, and ShareAza, and BeerShare. Gnutella allows P2P application to search for shared resources on peers. So uh, if if the host find if it want to find my song.mp3, and some of the peer networks will tell this host that they fed him. They got the song. They have got the song. Note, any type of file can be shared between users. Many of these files are copyrighted, meaning that only creator has the right to use and distribute them. It is against the law to download and distribute copyrighted files without permission from the copyright holder. Violation can result in criminal charges and civil lawsuits. Complete the lab on the following page to find more about these legal issues. Next is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay. With the URL compression, Cisco index. Okay, let's see the figures. On figure two. On figure one, uh, it can search the URL, the HTTP colon slash double slash www.cisco.com. Then if you type to, for example, a browser, the request page, it will go to an HTTP server to send a request. Then this it's In the response to the request, the HTTP server returns a code for a web page. So this is the code for the web page. Then it will display to the client. That's how a hypertext transfer protocol and hypertext markup language. Okay, let's proceed. The HTML code was sent to the client so that it will able to view the, the display. Next, HTTP and HTTPS. HTTP is a request or response protocol when a client, typically a web browser, sends a request to a web server. HTTP specifies a message types uses for the communication. The three common message types are GET, POST, and PUT. GET is when client requests for data, and POST uploads data files to the web, and PUT uploads resources or content to the web server. And as we can see here, the client is trying to get a request to the HTTP server to open the link, the URL www.cisco.com. And next, this is web and email protocol. Is one of the so here, as we can see, sent to the recipient at cisco.com. So it will go to the simple mail transfer protocol from routers, and from that router it will route it to the ISPA mail server, and through the mail server it will send the SMTP message to ISPB, or um, mail server, or the other mail server, and route it to the IMAP or POP3, and proceed to the internet, and the internet um, will deliver it to the router, and the router will route it to the recipient. Okay, okay, the emails and a store forward, so that the SMTP uses is needs a reliable method of sending data. Next is SMTP operation. So it will so if the sender sends an email, if it's not if it's not there's if it's not the recipient if the recipient is not on the list, it will forward the mail to other server. This is how the figure shows the simple mail transfer protocol. Let's proceed to the next. The POP operation. POP operation where the uh, the POP tree the POP operation is this application to retrieve mail from mail server. So what POP does is it will able to retrieve the message to the simple mail transfer protocol, or POP3. Email messages are downloaded to the clients and removed from the server. If the email was downloaded by the clients, it will going to be removed from the server. So there is no centralized location where email messages are kept, because POP does not store messages. So POP, it does not store messages and after the recipient download the email, the POP server will going to delete that email. Mm. Oh, well, why? So with even without a figure, IMAP operation. IMAP is another protocol that describes a method to retrieve email messages. Unlike POP, when the user connects to the IMAP capable service, copies of messages are downloaded to the client application. The original messages are kept in the server. Okay, IMAP is completely opposite of POP because on IMAP the emails were able to download by the recipient or yes by the recipient, and still the message is still on the mail server. The users can create file and in order to delete an email from IMAP, you should manually delete it. I hope the figure were able to load. Okay, let's proceed to the next. It is so slow. Next is domain name service. The data network's device labeled with numeric IP addresses to send or receive data over the network. Domain names were created to convert the numeric address into a simple, recognizable name, like this. It was Cisco.com. As the Cisco.com will be converted as an address, and the DNS query, yes, server. The DNS query will respond to the client. The client were able to send a message. Next is DNS message format. The DNS server stores different types of resource records used to resolve names. This record contains the name, address, and type of record. Some of the record types are A, an device IPv4, NS, an authoritative name server, quadruple A and end device IPv6 head address, and MX and email exchange record. DNS uses the same message format for all types of the client client queries and server responses and error messages, the transfer of resource record information between servers. The header, the question, okay. Okay, um to show the DNS, type the command to the command prompt, the ipconfig display DNS. Next is DNS hierarchy. You can see that the different top-level domain represent either the type of organization or the country of origin. Examples of top-level domains are .com, .org, and .au and .co. A hierarchy of DNS server contains the resource records that match names with addresses. Okay. Next, the NS lookup command. The NS lookup command. The name of the host or domain can be entered at the NS lookup prompt. The NS lookup utility has many options available for extensive testing and verification of the DNS. Configured computer operating system also utility called NSLOOKUP that allows the user to manually query the name servers to resolve a given host name. Next, dynamic host DHCP. Next is file transfer protocol. It's another commonly used application layer protocol. FTP was developed to allow data transfer between client and a server. That's what FTP means. The process is the client. The other figure illustrate a successful transfer data FTP requires two connections between the client and the server. So there's must a communication established communication for the server and client. The client establishes the first connection, control traffic using TCP port 21 consisting of client's commands and server replies. The client establishes the second connection to the server for the actual data transferred using TCP port 20. This connection created every time there's a data transfer. Data transfer can happen either in either direction. Either it's going to server or going to client. Next, server server message block or SMB. Okay, that's all for chapter 10. I hope you understand something and I hope you learned something for on this video, and thank you for watching and